Hello, my brothers and sisters. Today I thought we can do something a bit different here on this channel. I'm a huge rugby fan. You may have heard it. Maybe I've said a few things about it on my channel in the past, but I'm a huge rugby fan and thought we can switch things up in this channel. Rugby, movies, and wrestling, as always. Yeah, today I thought let's rank a few national rugby teams. Now, just to let you all know, this is my personal opinion. Uh, Not all the teams in the world are here that are national rugby teams, but it would take forever, and I really don't watch every team in the world. These are teams that I actually took time to study on. I've watched a few of their matches, and yeah, I really have seen them play and know most of their players, and really took interest in their teams. And yeah, so honest review, my opinion, not really, maybe not your opinion, but you can let me know in the comments where do you think I went wrong. Easy, short, simple. Yeah, let's jump to it. Okay, so right now we are starting off with Ireland. I'm a South African. Uh, I'm a Springboks fan, of course, and Ireland really think they are special, in my opinion. Ireland really, they are South Africa's beach at the moment in rugby. Uh, yeah, I mean, very great team, promising team, strong, always a good matchup against them. Always have an excuse when they lose, especially against us. Uh, you can't really fuck them up in a game because if you really beat them on their own home ground, their commentators will say they are so brave for trying. Really, one of those teams, actually, one of the most irritating teams in the world in rugby. You can hate me for saying it, I don't care. Yeah, but Ireland, really, the Johnny Sexton days, they were unstoppable back then. Never really won a World Cup, which shame on you. And yeah, really a strong team. But then again, they are almost there. I wish I could give them a trash, but this is an honest review. They are almost there. I believe if they really actually start, how can I say this? They do believe in themselves. They just believe in themselves like a bit too much, if you know what I mean. Um, I don't know. It's a really hard fix. Though. At the moment, they look like they're on top of the world. Then they face the Springboks, and South Africa just gives them a hiding or two. And then they go down again. Then they face New Zealand. Then they lose against New Zealand. Then they win New Zealand. They win England. Then England fucks them up again. One of those teams, they're almost there, but not really yet. Second on the list, we have Japan. In 2015, I was in like the fifth grade, the hardest time of my life, seeing Japan winning South Africa in the World Cup in 2015. A great moment for them, a sad moment for us South Africans. It's a moment we wish we can forget about. Every time we hear Japan, we are like, you know, and yeah, like nowadays we don't struggle with them, but other teams as well. They don't usually struggle against Japan, but Japan really, if they want to, they put up a good fight. Um, Not the worst team. I think they really specialize in areas where they're facing teams like USA or they're facing teams like Australia nowadays. Um, they really put up a good fight, even against South Africa in the World Cup back in 2019. It was a close game in the quarterfinal. They really know how to make a team work, and There's nothing else you can say about them. They are, in my opinion, they are at good, but also bad. I think if they really just work a bit on, if they still rugby's gonna go on forever, hopefully. Um, Maybe I still feel like in my lifetime I'll see them in like a World Cup final. You know, not that they're going to win it, but it's an underdog team. A lot of people enjoy underdog teams. I'm one of them too. And yeah, they can if they want to. Next up, we have Samoa. Samoa, really a hard-hitting team. Like if you're going to play against them, you're not walking off the field like feeling fresh. You're feeling dead. And hard tackling, hard hitting, big players. The only key area what they always needed, and this isn't like new. This is the thing like from my days of watching rugby when I was like 6, 7 years old. Samoa's a strong team. Their forwards know how to run people over. Uh, Fitness is on a good level for Samoa. They're a tribal team, man. I mean, what can you say? The thing they have always missed, though, is speed. Now, I don't know why. Maybe they should start letting the people get chased there by animals or something. They just should do something uh, to make their players have more speed. If they had more speed, I feel like they would be in a team like they would be like Japan. I feel, in my opinion, they really do give good performances in like their lower league tables, like against Tonga, like against Georgia, uh, Uruguay. We have Romania. Right there, they are like at the best. They're one of the best teams in those leagues, and you can't really say this is a hard one. Actually, you know what? Samoa at good, but also bad. I feel the Samoans are one day going to show us they can play good rugby, and yeah, let's give them a chance. Next up from the land down under, we have the Wallabies, the Australian rugby team. This team has haunted me in my childhood. I mean, like from the days of what was it, Contepomi? I think it was Contepomi. Always had a scrum cap, kicker. Uh, there was another guy there, their winger. But we've had the newer days. Really, really one of those teams that I believe in their best form was like 2008 till 2015. That's the best form I've ever seen Australia in. Obviously, with the World Cup win a few years ago, um, they were on top of the world, man. They were. And then all of a sudden, they fell off, and they fell hard. And like I think this was like 2, 3 years ago. They just fell off, and they couldn't get up there again. It's a very weird thing happening over there. A lot of fans that side also decided to stop watching rugby, and which really is a dumb reason for stop watching rugby. Me as a South African fan, we've been through our days. Like I said, in 2015 we lost to Japan in the World Cup. Luckily, didn't get kicked out of it, but South Africa on its own has been through their bad days in rugby, and especially against Australia. Really used to be a scary team, fell off, uh, but definitely room for improvement, and they will get there. I think like maybe in like 4 or 5 years, maybe even a fewer years, they will be back on top again and really dominate the national rugby view of things. If you know what I mean. Um, yeah. So for that reason, I think Australia should be at the good but bad, the good but also bad category. I was going to put them at almost there, but they're not almost there. Really, just maybe they won South Africa and New Zealand like a year ago in the rugby championship. And yeah, I mean they are a good team, but they're good but also bad. Not really on their feet all the time. Sometimes they stumble. Yeah. Next we have Russia. Not much to say. Russia has never really been on that point. They struggle in sevens. They struggle in women's rugby. They struggle in men's national rugby. They struggle everywhere, man. Yeah, I mean, the team, not really much to say about them. I have watched a few of their matches a few weeks ago, actually. Me and a past co-worker of mine were watching their matches and spoke a bit about it. And you can see the potential. Go ahead yourself, and you can go watch their matches on YouTube or stuff like that. It's a strong team, but really not close to even a good team. And that's why, unfortunately for Russia, they are going to make the first team in the trash log. It's brutal, I know it's brutal, but it's the truth. They're just not close at all to any way moving forward. We then have Spain. Now, the Spanish team. In sevens, they really surprised me. I know sevens and normal national rugby is or 15-man rugby is like a weird 23-man rugby. Is a weird thing to really compare each other to, but there are a lot of players that come from the sevens over to the 15-man rugby, and it's always important to watch both of those things. I know people that only watch sevens. I know people that don't watch sevens because it's boring for them, and they're idiots. Um, yeah, Spain showed some promises. I think it was in the 2019 World Cup or 2023. They showed promise, but also one of those teams that really struggled to. They have speed, and then again, like Samoa has the power, but they don't have the speed. I think Spain has the speed, but don't have the power. Their forwards are really they don't look like they can do anything. Not meaning it like in a rude way. They're just not on that top level yet. Their speedsters are fast. They have people that really can. You won't even see them coming past you and things like that. But then again, they aren't as close as Samoa in this tier. But then again, also maybe, it is a Spanish team. We've seen good things for them. You know what? Good but also bad. My Spanish people, I love you all. We then have the All Blacks. Oh, now here are some South Africans that really love the All Blacks. And for you, I only have one thing to say about you. Loser. Uh, I really like making fun of New Zealand fans that are in South Africa. The reason they started supporting New Zealand is because South Africa didn't play the rugby they want to see anymore. That's like the main reason. That's like every time I ask why do people, that South Africans started supporting New Zealand, each and every one of them, most of the time, says the same thing. South Africa just didn't play the rugby they want to watch. And I get it, there was a moment in time, like 2015 especially, South Africa didn't play fancy rugby. They didn't play dominant rugby. So they lost hope on their team. They lost hope on their country. So for that, I don't feel bad for New Zealand players. I respect I respect the team. I do. South Africa and New Zealand is the best rivalry out there. I don't care about the Six Nations. Fuck the Six Nations. Compared to New Zealand and South Africa, the biggest, baddest, best rivalry out there. And I have a lot of respect for New Zealand as a team. Their fans, fuck you all. Yeah, New Zealand have fell off. Um, Still a good team. Won South Africa, won the Wallabies. I think they ended up second in the championship last year. Uh, a good team, just fell off. But then again, they are almost there, almost on the top. They really are. Um, yeah, I mean, you can't really say they are there. They really aren't anymore. Back in the good old days for New Zealand fans, they were unstoppable. And yeah, it's just how time works, people. That's just how time goes. Next up, we have Uruguay. Uruguay, I'm sorry, that's all I have to say. Uruguay never really showed anything. Maybe in like a few years back, they showed some things. I'm sorry, not really at all. I've seen their matches. I think I watched another video of them like a week ago. Nothing there surprises me. Nothing there really makes me want to dig deeper. Next up, we have good old Wales. Oh man, I feel so sorry for them. They are a team that really used to put fear in a person. Had great players all over the years, and uh, yeah, I mean Shane Williams and all of those players from back then, and they don't really have a bad team. It's a very young team. They are in that stage of basically rebuilding in a way, and a lot of teams struggle with rebuilding. It's only when you really start to rebuild your team early, And I feel Wales didn't really warn their players that they can head over to the main national team. It's really sad to see them go. I never really had a problem with Wales rugby. Uh, Always a good team to watch. They just they have been really getting blown out there, and not in like the Bonnie Blue blown, like in just blown up. Sounds weird every time I say it, but yeah. I mean, Wales. There's really not much to say about them. Was a great team in the past. Really fell off. Fell Man, I believe you can if you like put them against Japan and stuff like Japan won them the other day, and yeah, I mean I'm sorry Wales, I'm sorry all my Wales people out there, but this team is in the trash for now. They're not even good. There's this plain bad, plain trash. A lot of people will probably think it's a bit harsh putting them there, but then again, you can always get this list and. Can comment down below where do you think Wales would be? I think that is the hardest one to choose now. Comment down below where should Wales be on this list. Am I wrong or am I 100% correct? And if I'm correct, like and subscribe. Next up, the world champions for the last 2 years in a row, and the best team in the world. I mean, South Africa has been the best team since 2019 uh, up until now. I think everybody could agree on it, except island fans. Like I said, they live in a fucking imaginary world, a leprechaun with a rainbow, and there's a pot of gold on the side. Except the pot of gold, it's a World Cup trophy, and they never found it. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. We all know it. From the brilliance from Cheslin Colby, the power and strength of Evan Etzebeth, the overrated Siya Kolisi. He's a good captain, but not the best player. And I mean, so much more. Mapimpi, we have all of those people in the back. Young, young up and coming stars like Sasha Feinberg. And yeah, I mean, my country, my team are the best in the world at the moment, and I say it proudly. And not just the best in the mode in the world at the moment, but our first list on guard mode. South Africa is on guard mode at the moment. The Springboks, I'm sure deep inside, you know, if you are one of these other countries, you know deep inside South Africa is on guard mode. It's hard to beat them. Uh, you may think I'm a little biased now, but come on. If you know your rugby, you know. Uh, yeah, not much to say. Next up, we have USA. USA rugby. American rugby. People, where should we put USA? Yeah, I'm sorry. They are trash. They're trash. They are trash. You've maybe today you only found out USA has a rugby team. Um, yeah, I mean I watched a few of their matches. When I was training here at the rugby club, I met a guy from the United States, and he actually played rugby that side too. And he's part of the Marine Force over in the United States. And we had a little talk. It's interesting. Uh, him, it's like a whole different world for him, South Africa, and he trained with us for like a month, maybe two. He came down because his wife is actually from South Africa, and he says he's in the United States, but he supports South Africa as a rugby team. And like he said, the training is just way tougher here. The guys are way tougher here, and it just shows like it was really nice talking to that guy. I think his name was Mo, and yeah, really nice guy. Really enjoyed training with him and seeing someone from the United States coming to train rugby with us. But like I said, I watched a few United States rugby matches on YouTube the other day too, and really interesting rugby. Not the worst team. Like in the sevens, they had Baker, they had speed, and they do still have speed, but it's just a country not focusing on their rugby a lot. And I think if they maybe put a bit more money, put a bit more attention on rugby in the United States, they could be better. I think they could be at like Japan's level, if you know what I mean. It's not a joke. I really mean it. But yeah, at the moment they are trash. There's nothing going on there. No news about them. Nothing. And I can't remember where the World Cup will be in what year is it? 2027. I'm not. I don't think it's going to be in America. I can't remember now. I think it's in Italy. Yeah, maybe we see USA there, but I'm not sure. Next up, we have Tonga. Tonga really makes me think of Samoa. Very strong team. Uh, has a little bit of speed, but not enough. The game plans never really make sense to me. I've watched a few matches of them. It's a team that really focuses on looking at other teams, if you know what I mean. It's a team that say they watch games about how Ireland played, and they will start playing like Ireland. Um, but it wouldn't work because they are not Ireland. It's just one of those teams. Really, not up there. I think, I'm sorry, Tonga, trash. I mean, it's not a very good team at the moment. Yeah, it's just how it is. Next up, we have England. People, I cannot tell you how much South African rugby hates England rugby. Like, the country is fine. I love England. London. I'm an Arsenal fan. Football. I love England. I love London. I love everything about England. Their food maybe looks a bit mid, but I mean, it's England. But the rugby side, I hate it. Fuck Owen Farrell and fuck England. I'm sorry. England is just one of those teams. A lot of rugby teams hate them, man. The dirtiest team out there. Um, it's always a good game to watch, though. England always has a great game mentality. Always fun to see England versus New Zealand. England versus South Africa is more of a slow game, but England versus New Zealand is like a fast-paced game. Yeah, I mean, it's England. I'm going to be honest. Their kicker at the moment, I can't remember his name. He looks like almost looks like a Chinese guy. I'm not trying to be racist, and he just looks like that. What's his name? I think it's Mark something. Anyway, he's excellent, an excellent player. Every time he has the balls in his hand, like my balls, like just fucking disappears because I'm so afraid when that guy has a ball in his hand. And England at the moment, they've been dominating. Maybe lost a match or two. I'm sorry, but England at the moment, God mode. You can say what you want to say. South Africans out there, you're probably like shocked now. I told you this is an honest review. This is my review. A lot of stuff isn't going to make sense for you. How can I put Ireland at almost there and England at God mode? England haven't won a World Cup in how long? They have won a World Cup. Ireland hasn't. You can look at New Zealand. They aren't at England's level at this very time. They are not. I'm sorry. England just exceptional. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, they are exceptional. And I really wouldn't put it past me that if you asked me, can England beat South Africa? I would say yes. And beat us by a big margin, I would say. And yeah, not really much to say about them. I wouldn't be surprised if they win the World Cup in 2027. Mark my words. Next up, we have Fiji. Now, Fiji, another one of those teams that really struggles to get out there. Speaking of England, Fiji and England had I think it was in the quarterfinal in 2023 when they had the World Cup match, and that was a close game. Fiji really gave England a hard game. Like I said, Fiji in the sevens they dominate. They have the speed, they have the power, but for some reason they are not one of the best teams out there. It's really one of those things that in rugby we will never find out. How are Fiji not one of the best teams in the world? Maybe you haven't really thought of it, but just take 5 minutes of your day and start thinking about it. Start watching matches of them, replays of them, and you will really realize that how are they not at that point? Now, maybe it's like a money thing, they don't put enough money in Fijian rugby, or maybe it's just something we would never figure out. But for Fiji, I would say almost there. Fiji is almost there. They're not good, but also bad. Fiji is almost there. I'm telling you now, in a few years from now, we will see Fiji on top. Not all the way on top, but like at least just there. You know what I mean? Next up, we have Georgia. I have a very soft spot for Georgia. Now, for all the Georgias out there, don't flatter yourself. Um, Georgia, the country, I love their rugby. Um, they just play good rugby for me, man. I like seeing them play. I always root for them against whoever they play, even if they play against South Africa. I love to watch those matches, even though we win like 45-0. Uh, there's always a little bit of me that always wants Georgia to fight back. And they're not the only team on this list. We'll get to that team later. But Georgia really, I don't know what's their problem. I've been watching videos, I've been watching matches of theirs. They really have great matches. They aren't trash. They're not a trash team. And for that reason, they are at good but also bad. Georgia, the rugby team, I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Maybe one day we'll see you in a quarterfinal at the World Cup. Next up, we have Italy. Italia. Italy is another weird team, man. They had a good Six Nations season last year. Uh, Italy just another one of those cases. Another one of those Japan cases, in my opinion. Exactly like Japan. And they always make it to a World Cup most of the time. And they really show they can play rugby. Sometimes they have speed, sometimes they don't. I don't know how it works. I've seen a lot of their matches. I like watching Italian rugby. Um, there's just that one thing that you wouldn't really figure out yourself. They just need to start focusing more in their rugby, and I believe they can go up in the rugby world rankings. And yeah, for that reason, Italy. This is a tough one, actually. No, they're good, but also bad. They're not almost there yet. I would say they still have a long way to go. And yeah, this list is starting to shape up a little good now. At the end, I'm going to review everything again just to make sure maybe I still want to move some stuff around. Next up, we have France. France is a scary team. They are scary, man. When your team plays against them, you know it's going to be a tough one. France is all these years, they have been on that same level. It's one of those weird things in rugby again. They never really built, they never really fell down. They're just a solid team, and that really terrifies me because in a few years, if they start building, they're going to the God mode category. And yeah, France is they're never going to fall. They are never going to fall down if one day they decide to not play good rugby anymore. I will be shocked. And for that reason, France are almost there. My French people, I love you guys. Um, Next up, Scotland. Scotland, another bit of a soft spot in my heart. I love Scotland rugby. Uh, yeah, every single one of their players are lovable. There's never really a cheap moment in their matches, like a cheap shot or dirty playing styles or anything. And for that reason, I think they are one of the most lovable rugby uh, teams out there. Not the only one, but they are one of them. And yeah, there's not much to say about Scotland. And that's the thing that really, they're not almost there yet. They still have a long way to go. They still have some things to figure out. Their team's getting older and older. New players are going to start coming in. They're going to struggle again for a while. That's just how Scotland is for me as a rugby team. They really, all those years, they had the same players and then they get new ones, start rebuilding again. They never really go down, but never really go up. They had a good Six Nations season, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, where I think they ended third or second. Can't remember. I have a bad memory. But yeah, I love watching their rugby, man. Sometimes they can surprise you. For that reason, Scotland is a good but also bad team. And very controversial decision I'm making here, but you guys can let me know. Next up, we have Romania, and I'm sorry, that's an easy one. Romania is trash. I've never seen good rugby from them. Sometimes, okay, there's some good things, some good moments, but really. This is the team that I really was waiting for. Um, I didn't even put him last on the list, but he was last already. It's like the universe knew that Argentina has a special place in my heart. Argentina, I love their rugby, I love their people. Lionel Messi from football. I mean, Argentina is just lovable from everywhere. One of those underdog teams in rugby where you really want to root for them, especially like the southern side. I don't know how New Zealanders feel, Australian fans feel, but every time I feel Argentina play, South Africa roots for them, and it's a weird feeling. Uh, but I mean, Argentina is just lovable. I remember the good old days where I used to, in the rugby championship, I used to vote for Argentina to beat All Blacks, and one in a million times they would actually do it, and I would be so happy for them. Argentina, really one of those teams, not really like Scotland where they start building and they fall down again and start building, not like that, but they're always in the same spot. Sometimes they can surprise you, sometimes they don't. And I mean, Argentina, man, like, I don't ever see them in a massive spot. But I think, I think with this little bit, I don't know if it's just a love for the team or just a mentality going through. I really think that one day they will be at like a God mode stage where they will win a World Cup and never win one again. It doesn't matter. They've won a World Cup and I really want to see that one day. I just hope we're not in the finals against them. But yeah, Argentina, get over it almost there. I think Argentina can really surprise you. I think if they just put a bit more effort in their rugby, things can happen for them. And yeah, so that's the list. I mean, this one at the bottom, Uruguay trash, Russia trash, Wallabies, yeah. I support this bottom fully. Wales should be in there. We all know this. Good but also bad, Japan, Samoa, Wallabies, Spain, Georgia, Italy, Scotland. I think this is correct. It's hard to see Wallabies down there, but it's just how it is. It is how it's looking nowadays. Almost there. We have Ireland, All Blacks. Almost there. We have Ireland, All Blacks, Fiji, France, and Argentina. I think this is a list where I think a lot of people are going to think, is this guy crazy for putting maybe Fiji there? Or maybe people think Ireland should be at God mode um, because England is at God mode. Maybe you're correct, but I really don't see it. Um, you know what? I talked myself into it. Ireland, God mode. I think Ireland can win a World Cup easily. Uh, they just need to have that day. And as much as I hate to say it, they are a great team. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is. At God mode, South Africa, obviously. England, obviously. And Ireland, okay, obviously. So that's my list. If you guys want to say that I'm wrong, say that I'm 100% right, I really want to see your thoughts. I always check my comments. So make sure you go comment down below, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. I post daily. This is my first rugby video ever. Going to keep on posting, keep on going with the momentum. And yeah, I like this list. I think it makes sense. I think everything is where it is at the moment in this day. And yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. But then again, stay safe out there. Love your loved ones. Stay humble. And goodbye.